verse 5. For those who live according to the flesh, what do? Set their minds on the things of the flesh. But those who live according to the Spirit set their minds in the things of the Spirit. Do you think in the Spirit? That's what we do here. I am inviting you to think in the things of the Spirit so that you may see yourself according to the Spirit and may live. It says, to set the mind on the flesh is death. Of course, you occupy yourself in the things of the flesh, you be trying, and you're going nowhere. It's like getting on a conveyor belt in the opposite way. You won't advance. But to set the mind in the things of the Spirit is what? Life and peace. That's why in this church, when you leave here, you go, Lord, what a glory. And you are always thinking in the things of the Spirit because it gives you life and what? Peace. You know what's peace? The absence of tension. It takes tensions away. So don't you see that to think in the things of the Spirit is life? Because it's easy. It's easy. Say it's easy. My yoke, it's easy. And my burden is easy to bear. But the flesh, it isn't. The flesh, it'll drag you along. So verse 7 says, because the carnal mind is enmity against God. So if you interpret in the flesh, you are in enmity with God. You know how many people see us on television, cable, all over, and they say, man, that's not that way. Because they think, they don't know how to think. They don't think in the Spirit. So they're in enmity with God because God made a plan and they're fabricating their own with their works and efforts. And God has already prepared a plan. Because the carnal mind is enmity and it doesn't subject to God. So then those who are in the flesh cannot please God. So you know what it is to live according to the flesh? It doesn't say those that walk in the flesh. It's those that live by the flesh. Those that interpret God according to the laws of the works. They will never please God. You always see them frustrated. They try to draw near to God. They continue to seek God. I want to get closer to God. I don't feel that God loves me. I feel that I failed him. My fault. They fast and they never arrive. God bless you, brother. Oh, I receive, he blessed me because I'm not blessed. It is a mess. They cannot please God. It says, but you are not in the flesh according to the law, but in the Spirit, if indeed the Spirit of God dwells in you. Now, if anyone does not have the Spirit of Christ, he is not his. And if Christ is in you, the body of sin, the body where sin lies, truly it is positionally dead according to sin, because sin cannot separate him from the love of God. But the Spirit is life because of righteousness. But if the Spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you, he who raised Christ from the dead will also give life to your mortal bodies through the Spirit who dwells in you. Here it speaks about three terminologies. It speaks about those that think, those that are mindful, and those that live by the Spirit. You think according to the gospel of grace, and then you are mindful in growing in that knowledge of grace, and then you live by grace. Therefore, once you learn this, the fruit of the Spirit begins to manifest. The fruit of the Spirit, not your fruit. It isn't your fruit. Well, it's to say, those that are of Christ, they come wired already in their spirit, and they think in the things of the Spirit.